On the night of September 11th, 1997, a clearly distressed man phoned Art Bell's popular coast-to-coast AM radio station, claiming that he was an employee at Area 51 and he didn't have much time. The unknown caller tells Art that he was let go on medical discharge around a week ago, and it is clear to hear how scared the man is. As he proceeds, he begins to cry. The man proceeds to tell the station that he has been running across the country ever since his discharge from Area 51, and pretty soon they will be able to triangulate his position and seemingly silence him. The line starts to break up as Art advises him to quickly give the listeners something. Still audibly distressed, the mysterious caller advises listeners that what people believe to be aliens in Area 51 are actually extra-dimensional beings, and that contact was made by an earlier incarnation of the current space program. He advises that they are not what they claim to be, and that the military, the government, and Area 51 in particular have already been infiltrated. The unknown caller then goes on to say that the government knows of the upcoming disasters and that they know of the many areas in the world that are safe they could begin to move the population to, but despite this they are doing nothing, because once the major population centres are wiped out, the majority can be more easily controlled. As the man starts to break down and cry again, the show suddenly and unexpectedly goes off air. After a couple of minutes, Art is back on the airwaves and advises his listeners that he has no idea what happened and how the radio station got knocked off air, and that they are now having to run off backup generators. Here is the original recording.
Line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art?
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
You can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay, okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
Is it the government, or
I don't know.
it has to be something, though?
Well, did you hear... Now, you tell me because you were listening.
That was awful strange.
There was a really weird guy on the air when it went off?
Yeah, real weird out.
Like, going sort of sounding paranoid,
Yeah.
schizophrenic?
Like crying and everything.
Yeah. And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
It's just a couple about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Oh, you guys missed. You really missed a call then, and I've got a feeling somebody didn't want you to hear it.
Yeah. Because it was really strange. All of a sudden, I'm hearing Mark Furman, and when I
That's right. Well, the network, of course, went immediately to a backup tape while we tried to figure out what blew up here. So that's what you heard happen. And then we're now on a backup link system to be on the air at all right now. So, well, I'm telling you.
Am I on the air right now?
You're on the air right now. Well, you better be, yes.
And
where are you, by the way?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, I called the other night, and I wanted to ask two things.
Real quick.
Well, I wanted to say one thing, and I wanted to ask another.
Real quick.
I wanted to ask if you could play the remote viewing one when you were while you go to Egypt.
Yes.
And also, I wanted to know.
7 months after this mysterious and unsettling event, a man calling himself Brian called the show on April 28th, 1998, to advise that he was the unknown Area 51 employee caller and that his story was a hoax. As you can tell from the audio recording, the voice is different from the first recording.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi, Art. This is Brian. Hi, Brian. Hello. You didn't disconnect me before, did you?
Were you on earlier tonight?
No, not, towards the end of the last hour, you said, East of the Rockies, you're on the air, and your voice was immediately replaced by the operator saying your party has not connected.
Well, see, as you can now tell, I don't screen calls. So
Right.
what happened, obviously, was that I answered the phone just at the very instant that you had been ringing as long as they were going to let you ring.
Yeah.
And so that occurs, obviously, sometimes I go to a line and it's dead and nobody's there, and that's what's happened. You know, we just were on the cusp there. Anyway, I'm glad you made it back through.
Yeah, you got all my paranoia buttons running. I always get very nervous when I call you. I'm Brian. I hung up on you last week.
I see.
And I just figured, damn the torpedoes. I'll just do this and let the chips fall where they will.
All right.
Everybody, I am the Area 51 caller. That's my statement, and let you or whatever tear it apart.
You claim you're the Area 51?
I am the man.
How do you account for the fact, Area 51 caller,
Okay.
that part of the way through your spiel, the satellite went down?
I have no idea, and it scared the heebie-jeebies out of me that night. I've called a number of times on your specialty line nights doing different, kind of wacky characters, and that's all that one was supposed to be. And if the call had been completed, it would have been ancient history by now.
Has it occurred to you, as Barbara Marx Hubbard suggested tonight, that perhaps, if you're really what you say you are, you created the reality of the rest of the situation and took down my satellite?
That scares the heebie-jeebies out of me because it means that what I was saying was somehow correct, and it was fabrication, kind of
creating a reality.
Yeah, if that was the case, I humbly apologize to you because I love your show, and the last thing I would ever want to do is
Knock me off the air.
So what can I do to prove my claim here?
What do you think of the recordings? Do you believe them to be a hoax? What really happened to the radio station when it went off air? Leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe for more Radio Oddities. On the night of September